What is up, metal and heavy music fans? It's Flight of Icarus again with MetalTrenches.com, and these are some lesser known bands I would recommend to fans of Slaughter To Prevail. And hey, if you like to be kept up to date with the best and brightest metal bands and albums from the underground and above, then stick with me by hitting that subscribe button down below. First up, we have Within Destruction, which is a band originally from Slovenia, and for my money, one of the finest deathcore acts in the game right now. After utterly dominating with two of the heaviest albums in the genre in Void and Deathwish, these self-described squatting Slavs of true slam decided to toy with some new ideas on the highly eccentric yokai. Featuring elements of modern metalcore, mathcore, Japanese aesthetic, and even a dash of trap music on their latest outing, it's like Slaughter To Prevail collided with a SoundCloud rapper. Doesn't sound too far-fetched, honestly. All while still delivering the same brutality and breakdowns they're known for on tracks like No Way Out. Between the killer grooves and the Eastern European accents, there's more than enough to get you started here. Then we have Australian band Aversions Crown, who we last heard with their crushing 2020 nuclear blast outing Hell Will Come For All of Us. They really turned my head with the music videos for The Soil and Burn in Disaster, and those two songs along with the aptly named Scourge of Violence are easily my favorites on the album with their breakneck pace and catchy riffs. The picking alternations on the hooks really get under my skin, and Hymn of Annihilation even tests the waters with more of a techie, proggy guitar sound that I'd expect to hear from the likes of Fallujah or Beyond Creation. And furthermore, the production often makes these tracks sound absolutely massive. In my estimation, this band still has some work to do when it comes to crafting a true masterpiece of an album, but their best tracks make it clear that that goalpost isn't too far off. Staying in Australia, we also have Babirusa. Babirusa may be the newest band on this list, but they have already rocketed to the top of my recommendations with the release of 2020's Humanoid. Thanks to killer vocals I've also compared to the likes of Infant Annihilator, and guitar work that runs the gamut from thoughtful jazz to big, dumb breakdowns, these sci-fi themes hit harder than an energy hammer. The songwriting is comparable to other criminally underappreciated bands like Crosis, Exocrine, and Xenobiotic. But again, I think the main connection here for me is the absolutely disgusting vocal delivery, which are a flurry of larynx-splitting shrieks, croaky guttural lows, and punishing breeze. I would love to see these guys do a collab with Alex in the future. Changing regions to Denmark, we have Cabal. With two seriously dark and depraved albums under their belt in the Mark of Rot and 2020's Drag Me Down, this band combines the suffocating blackened atmosphere of the region with grooves that are utterly harrowing. But then they also make it clear with tracks like Gift Givers that they're more than happy to toy with everything from black metal to grindcore. Others like It Haunts Me give the likes of Lorna Shore a run for their money with a bombastic symphonic approach, while Tongues is easily in my top 3 heaviest tracks of that entire year. Luckily, in addition to being deeply terrifying on stage, vocalist Andreas is also a totally chill dude, and you can check out my interview with him on the podcast for more about Drag Me Down and the band in general. And last but not least, we have UK band Osiah. I first became aware of these guys around 2019 with Kingdom of Lies, but they have since returned in 2021 with another Unique Leader Records outing in Loss, wisely building up hype with the eerie and insidiously hypnotic track The Eye of the Swarm, featuring guest vocalist Ben Dur of Shadow of Intent. Seriously, that methodical slow riff with the little guitar wail at the end gets me every time. Focus perhaps first and foremost on chugging, often deeply down-tempo breakdowns, and just generally summoning all manner of unholy creatures in the process. Osiah are another solid choice for the Slaughter to Prevail fans to get into. And that is just a few of the bands I would recommend to fans of Slaughter to Prevail, but don't go anywhere. I have a whole series of these types of videos where I recommend bands for fans of At the Gates, Born of Osiris, The Dillinger Escape Plan, Every Time I Die, and then of course just stick around in general because I got full album reviews for new releases, tier lists, interviews with bands on the podcast, you name it, we've got it, so plenty of reasons to subscribe if you have not already. You can also chat with me on Discord and support on Patreon. Let me know down in the comments what bands did I leave out that you would also recommend, and drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed it. But that'll do it for now. Flight of Icarus signing off. I will see you in the trenches.